guys, today we are going to be taking the first steps in bringing my heavily neglected Miata back to life. And as you can tell, it is pretty rough. It'll be a little bit of a Miata Revival, if you will. But this car right here is the one that started everything in cars for me. It was my first project car, my first daily, my first car I learned how to work on cars, first car I ever took to the track, and it's the first car I ever wrecked. Which that story's kind of cool because I was wearing a Prison Mike shirt, recreated the picture, post kind of went viral. This was years ago. And then a few years down the line, I got to meet Mike and then he signed it. So that was pretty freaking cool, and it was all because of this car. I got to meet somebody cool or create a cool memory. So with all that being said, today the plan is to do a little bit of basic maintenance, get this thing running decent, showcase everything that's wrong with it, and tell you guys my plan for the build. First things first, we need to change the oil and we need to change the spark plug. Oh yeah. Filthy. Valve cover leak. Just a bunch of junk, that's all I can tell you. If you guys are curious on any of the products that I use, they're going to be down in the description and below. Probably like some kind of Amazon affiliate, just so I can try to get a little bit of money to fund the builds. Ooh. Spark plug 2 is covered in oil. Valve cover is definitely cooked. So plugs 1 and 3 were good. Spark plug number 2 was swimming in oil, and spark plug number 4 looks like it's getting some moisture up in there. That should not be corroded the way it is, but you know. I did plan on swapping out the plug wires, but they're $65 at O'Reilly's, and I went on Rock Auto and got a set for the Miata and set for my Honda Civic for like 50 bucks. I feel so bad putting that in there with so much oil. Let's make sure it still runs. I'm probably gonna destroy that spark plug, but we ball. Well, it wasn't smoking before that, so on to the next thing, I guess. We're gonna have to get a new valve cover gasket, and that's going to be in the next video. As you can tell, I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're gonna go through and show you everything else that's wrong with it other than the problem I may have just caused. Off the top of my head, the paint is awful, the hardtop has a bunch of cracks, the rust has a bunch of rust, the trunk has a bunch of rust, the spoiler is held on by 2 bolts, and plenty more. This is how I have to pop my trunk. Absolutely filled with junk. And a Honda Civic head, I don't know. That's fine, right? It's completely fine. But I do think this part is wild. Although the trunk is definitely screwed, my favorite part of this car is the rear end. I did a bumper delete and did a bash bar that I got powder coated, and I think it looks very mean. I used to have a rooftop spoiler that I thought looked really good on it, but you know, that flew off and it's laying up in the yard somewhere. I lied, I'm too paranoid. I'm gonna try to make sure this thing's not blown up. Okay, so it idled for a little bit. It cleared up the smoke. We're good, we're fine. Rookie mistake. Last but not least, we have the interior, which arguably is very outdated, and I just don't like it anymore. It's very high school kind of vibes. So you got the neochrome NRG steering wheel that is cracked down the edges. You got the Tanaka off-brand racing harnesses that I hate to admit are bolted to the floorboard. And the worst part about this, that this is something I'm very even ashamed to admit, I built this roll bar with absolutely no experience. I didn't even barely know how to weld when I put this together. And the track that I went to just said that you needed a roll bar. It didn't say how good the roll bar had to be. They didn't really do any inspections. And this thing is a death trap. The way I built it is not safe by any regards, and it's probably more of something that will get me killed than save my life. So if you look back there, that's how it's mounted to the back. It's not even bolted. It's literally lifted up. I would like to explain how I did it, but I'm just even ashamed that I'm showing you guys this. We will for sure be removing that and hopefully installing like a hard dog or something just better down the line. The next thing that's pretty awful about this interior is the mismatched seats. So I had a buddy that had just bought his Miata, and he didn't like those seats, so we went to trade, but only one of the seats would fit in the car because the rails were messed up. So I got one seat and he got the other seat. Next, you got the little Pioneer radio, which honestly, absolutely nothing wrong with this thing. It works. Likewise, shift knob, which this is probably the nicest thing in the car. Love this thing. And a gaudy shift boot. Don't know why. I think I had a buddy custom make this and just don't like it anymore. Even though I did make a little bit of a whoopsie with the oil and the spark plug, we do have some seafoam, and it's the high mileage stuff. So we're gonna pour some of this in the gas tank and eventually drive this thing around and get it to clean up some of the debris and whatnot that's in it atop of the oil I just dumped into cylinder number 2. I probably didn't need this expensive of an oil filter, but this is what I went with. It's a mobile one. I think it ran me about $16 or $17, probably overpaid. But if you're interested in it, link down below. Shell Rotella T6 10W30. I had a thicker version of this at some point. I forgot exactly what I ran, but 10W30 what it's usually asked for, so I'll just throw that in there. But another thing we need to fix is my non-existent front lip. I kind of thought it looked cool for a little bit, having the middle part cut out, mainly just because it broke and fell off. I just cut it. Now we gotta take it off. That's the first oil filter that was actually hand tight. So the plans with the car: fix all the major mechanical problems, fix the rust, fix the body. And once we get that taken care of, we're gonna do a wrap and a set of wheels on it. Simple, nothing crazy, that's all we can afford. But I have a set of wheels, it's already got coilovers, just gotta adjust them. And then we are going to try and see if we can get a very good high quality wrap, and I think that'd be a very fun video. But if you did make it this far, I genuinely appreciate it. This is gonna be the first episode of the Miata Revival series, and going forward, I'm gonna be trying to upload a video one day a week, or I'm going to try and upload a video one time a week, and hopefully it's gonna be on Sundays around 5:30. That's what I'm shooting for. So if you see a change in the quality of the videos or even a change in the frequency of the videos, that's why. I'm trying to take this stuff a lot more serious, and if you guys wanna see more of the Miata content, just some side hustle content, or even 240 content down the line, just go ahead and subscribe. Let me know what you think I can do better in my videos, and let me know what you guys wanna see. Thanks for watching.